So, Blacklight Russia, finally got it going. Now, some things to note about this. It appears to be a very basic build, just pulled straight off the PS4. It still says PlayStation 4 down there. In the video settings, there's no texture settings. There is, world detail, character detail, particle detail, dynamic lights, dynamic shadows, bloom, motion blur, depth of field. There isn't anything for like textures or DirectX 11. VSync, etc., windowed mode, blah blah blah. Under general settings, there's an FPS cap. He doesn't tell me what that is. I'm assuming it's 30. That's because that's what it is on the PS4, I believe. There is a matchmaking region. Now, originally I thought this was because it was in fact peer-to-peer. However, when I try to create a private match, it says that peer-to-peer is not configured. I'm not sure whether this is just to do with private matches. There seems to be only one server that I can actually join if I click quick join, and it is the same one over and over again that I keep joining. I don't know whether there's hosts or not. There is no server list. There is no server browser, but I'm assuming it is some kind of server. I don't actually know, but every time I join, my ping is the same, 2 bars. It doesn't tell me what that is. It doesn't show you ping anymore, but it's always the same people in the game. First person spectate is, of course, in game. You can, okay, let's try someone. Oh, wrong button. There we go. That's a bit odd. Right click to that right accent. The guns seem to have very, very low recoil as well.
2 minutes till it's filled.
When comparing this to the US version of the game, none of the guns, well, they have barely any recoil. Some of them have a little bit of recoil. You can choose your playlist, but I mean, as far as I know, yeah, no games found. There's no one else playing anything. I don't know whether this means it is server-based. I'll have to test it tomorrow when hopefully some friends get it and we can test it. The control menu is fairly lacking. You have aim assist. It doesn't appear to work, at least not in my tests. The sensitivity is really weird. I have it at 10 on the US version, and here, even on 0, it feels much too high. The maximum sensitivity is 50. It feels inconsistent as well. I don't know whether that's because of my frame rate, which is usually below 60 on this version due to the lack of texture options, or whether it's because of the way that maybe mouse input isn't raw to begin with on Blacklight, on any of the versions. Yet here it may be even more weird, considering that it's, it's from a console. Maybe it's some kind of weird acceleration that's built in that you can't turn off. There's no option for acceleration. There's no option for recoil reset, which I wish there was because I don't like recoil reset. There's all your key buttons, of course, crosshair settings, which, a lot of these menus I don't like compared to the US version. And hopefully they'll get changed when the actual patch does come out, or when this comes out beta. The customization menu especially is tedious to look through, and I don't know why it says Xbox here, because there's an Xbox version yet, but maybe that's something they're working on. It just feels tedious and weird. The scrolling is, it's not as good. It's not as good in my opinion. Nowhere near as good. I much preferred the one that is currently in the US version of the game. It is impossible to earn GP. I don't know about Z coins. I'm not spending money on this yet anyway. I played 2 matches to completion, and I haven't got any GP from them.